Good morning, students. Today we will study lesson 1, operating system and graphical user interface, role and functions. So in this chapter we will learn about hardware and software, types of software, about operating systems, what are the functions of operating system. So as we know that our computer basically comprises two main things, hardware and software, and both are interdependent. Means without hardware and software computer cannot run. So as we know that what is hardware, it is the computer works with an interaction of hardware and software. As we know that what is hardware refers to the physical part of the computer that we can see and touch. Okay. And what is software refers to the instruction or programs that tell the hardware what to do. Okay, so it is the basically set of instruction, and it give the instruction to the hardware what to do. Okay, and it is not a physical part, but it is stored in physical medium such as CD-ROM, pen drive. Okay, and this software we cannot touch and feel. So likewise, next we have the types of software. So how many types of software? Application software and system software. Again, what is application software? It is set of programs designed to perform some specific type of job like MS Word, MS Paint, etc. So this is called application software. Means it is this kind of software is designed to perform the some specific task for the particular uses. System software, it is a collection of one or more program that control and manages the overall operation and performance of a computer system. Okay, so it is a collection of one or more programs who system software, and that control and manage overall operation of the and performance of any computer system. Got it? It acts as an interface. The user and computer also provides a platform for running an application. To run on any application on any computer, it provides system software provide to work on it. Examples like operating system, as you know. So this is the most essential software. This operating system must be in the computer. So as like hardware and software is required for the any computer, in the as software side, which software is very much essential? This is system software. It should be there. Like some these are the like a system software is classified in operating system, language processor, device driver. Okay, utility software. As already we have discussed about this Windows 7 earlier. Why it is called Windows 7? Because it was renamed Windows 7 because it was the seventh operating system. That's why it is called Windows 7. What is operating system? Already we have discussed. Okay, operating system act like an interface. The computer interprets the instructions given by the users with the help of an operating system. It is the master program which makes computer alive and helps to run different applications. Okay, so who works between the like any software, it gives the provide interface for the others application software. So this all the arrangements, the management work is done by the operating system. You can understand it from here also, like this operating system manages all mouse, hard disk, keyboard, okay, disk drive, monitor, printer, and all these peripherals devices is being managed by the operating system. Got it? So next we have like need for an operating system. Already we have discussed about. Okay, next we have like features of operating system. What are the features? So that we will see this features of operating system. So like processor management, it manages the process. Okay, means like how many programs is been executed. Okay, so this all is been managed by the processor management. Next we have like memory storage management, where to store, what to store. Okay, so operating system manages the internal memory among the multiple applications. Then file management, it manages a computer system, a lot of data is there, so like a secondary storage is there to manage the files, where to save copy and all that. This file management is done by this operating system. Then next we have like a device management. Okay, it manages the all the connected devices like peripheral devices. It controls the input output system. Security protection, it provide the security to our system, like providing the password, because nobody can like unauthorized user cannot access. Job controls, okay, it's like a whenever when a user want to run a application program, it is mandatory to communicate instruction to the operating system about the work to be done. Okay, like the system JCL, job control language. Okay, so already we have discussed about these things. Now today we will study here types of operating system. So there are some types of operating system. So this operating system is quite essential for any computer. It must be there in our computers. Okay, and here you can see first one more thing also you should know here. This one, Windows 98. This is Windows 98 was the first operating system to support internet connection. Okay, internet connection sharing. This features allowed several machines to share single internet connections. Okay, so it started from Windows 98. Got it? Now, types of operating system. First of all, the first type, we have the different type of software. Okay, so here is types of operating system. Already we have discussed about the types of software. Now like there is a types of operating system. Okay, first is the operating system, single user operating system. Single user operating system means in this type of operating, it allows only to do the single user, means one person can work at a time. Single user operating system, it was the initial version of operating system that allowed only one user work with the computer at a time. Means at one time how many users can work? Only single user. Okay, only one user. As some example like DOS, Microsoft Windows 3.1, DOS 95, Microsoft Windows 95. Okay, so there can work. Well, it was the earlier version of operating system where only one user can work. Here you can see Windows 95 featured the first appearance of the taskbar. Like we have we have used the start, minimize, start menu, minimize, taskbar. This was firstly it was introduced in Windows 95. Firstly it was used in 95, where these features were appear: start menu, taskbar, minimize, maximize, close button. These all functions were available in this Windows 95. Now next type of operating system, which is multi-user operating system. Multi-users means just opposite like single user. There can work for only one user. Here can multi-user operating system allow more than one user to use the same computer at a time or different time they can use. Means there can more than one user can use it. Okay, here some examples for this multi-users. It was like Windows 2000, Windows NT, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Linux, Unix. Windows 2000 was the first version of Windows which allow creation of several users account in a single machine. So this Windows 2000 was the first Windows version where this processor, means this operating system was supported multi-user operating system. This operating system was supported firstly in which version of Windows operating, its name was Windows 2000. Okay, next we have multi-processor operating system. So what is the meaning of this multi-processor operating system? Okay, so multiprocessor operating system consists of several processors to share common physical memory. Okay, so how you will understand this? What is multiprocessor? Multiprocessor, to understand like this, there are many CPU will work. Okay, like CPU 1, okay, CPU 2, CPU 3. Likewise, so many CPU will be there, many CPU will be there, and these all CPU will be shared at one physical memory. They all will share the one physical memory. Okay, they all will share the one physical memory. So this is your multiprocessor, means so many, there are many CPUs are there. Okay, so how you can understand what is multiprocessor? This multiprocessor operating system in which two or more central processing units, see there are more than two or more than CPUs, control the function of computer. They all are controlling, these all CPUs are controlling the operation of the computer. Each CPU contains a copy of OS, means this CPU has also OS. This is one copy, also it has also one copy, means suppose Windows 7 is installed, so Windows 7's copy will be here also, here it will be also, and here it will be also. Okay, and what is the common thing? They will share the one same this physical memory. Okay, and these copies communicate with one another to coordinate operating. Okay, so this is called the multiprocessing. Understood? Now see it here. In this system, all processors operate under single operating system. Okay, it provides high computing power and speed that allow users to run and work in multiple applications at same time. Execution of several tasks by different processor at the same time increase system performance. So what it will be by this multiprocessor, then so many tasks can be done at a time, it will be improved, the performance will be improved. Now next type of operating system, which is multitasking operating system. Next type of operating system is multitasking operating system. So what is this multitasking? This multitasking is nothing but, you can understand like this. Suppose you are using any MS Word. Okay, one application you have opened MS Word. Okay, another you have opened like email, you are sending mails. Suppose here also your web browsers open, you have opened. So three things is there, means three process is going on. So these all three will be combinedly will come to the OS, and OS will manage all these three at a time, and it will be give to the result from the CPU, means this all works will be combined. Okay, so here you can see what is the meaning of this multitasking. Means multitask, so many tasks are there, and this task is handled by this OS, and we will get it's a result. Okay, so how it will be? See here, the ability to perform more than one task together at one time is called multitasking. So whose ability is this one? This OS ability. So this OS will tackle all this task. Okay, an operating system which is capable of doing multiple tasks or process while using common processing resource using only one CPU, called multitasking operating system. As I told that so many tasks you are doing, you have opened the mail, you are sending the you are browsing, you are surfing Word. So all this task is managed by the one OS, which is called the multitasking operating system. It switches from one program to another so quickly it gives the appearance of executing all programs at same time. Today most operating systems fall under the category like Unix, Linux, Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1. These all are supporting this multitasking operating system. Okay. Now next we have, which is multi-threading operating system. Okay, multi-threading operating system. So what is this multi-threading? These operating system allow different part of software program to run simultaneously. Means different part of the operating system, and it can allows to run simultaneously, means at a time they can run different part of the operating system. These features of multi-threading can delay the execution response of certain processes. For example, if you host a game or LAN, your friend will utilize different part of the same game by connecting your machine. At the same time, all resources will be utilized from your machine, which can be performance degrading factor. Means how you will understand these operating systems supported these Windows XP 7, 8, these all are supporting multi-threading. But to understand this multi-threading system, you first of all you should understand this. First of all, you see it. First of all, what is in a simple way, what is threading? Threading. This thread. The word is used here, thread. Okay, just this word thread. Okay, what is the meaning of this thread? How you will understand the threading? Threading in simple, we know this thread, but this thread, what is the meaning in here in this operating system? This thread, you can say the another word, you can say the lightweight. Okay, lightweight. Okay, because as we know that this thread is very lightweight, so lightweight means the small process, the very light process. Firstly, you understand this thread is also called the lightweight. Okay, lightweight process. This thread is called the lightweight process. But what is the how you will differentiate what is multi-threading operating system? This multi-threading operating system is just same like multitasking. As means so many tasks, multitasking means ability to perform the many tasks, multitasking. But in the case of multitasking, we are using the one word processes. We are using the word processes. Okay, so they are these processes means in the multitasking they are processing many tasks. Okay, but in the case of here multi-threading, this process, what is the process? Process a what is the meaning of process? A program that is being executed. Whatever the task we have given that has been executed is called the process. Okay, and here in the process there are multiple threads are there. In this process so many threads are there. These threads are there in the process, so many threads are exist. Okay, so what is process? A process, it is a program that is being executed, which is called the process. But it was this process term is used in the multitasking, but here in the multi-threading it will be used thread. So what is thread? Thread is a independent or basic unit of process. What is thread? What is the thread? Thread is the independent or basic unit of process. It is the part of process, so it is the basic means single unit of the process, which is called the thread. Okay, to understand like this, so many threads are there. This is the sign for the thread. Okay, these all threads is under this, and combinedly it will reach somewhere. It is connected with this. This is actually called the kernel. Okay, this is called the kernel, means the center part of the OS, which is called the kernel. Okay, this kernel thread, this is called the kernel. This all process is small. It is divided by the small units, small parts. This the small parts of the unit work of the process, which is called the thread. And this type of threading is called one to many. This type of threading is called one to many model. This type of model is called one to many. One to one model is also there, one to one model. So this is called your threading. So what you have to understand, thread is the small unit, okay, of the process. Got it? And in the case, and it is the same like multitasking, but in the case of multitasking there is a multiple process, but here we are using the multiple thread. Here in this multiple threads means small portion of the work is being taken by the operating system. It is divided. Now we will see the next one, RTOS, real time operating system. Real time operating system, this is to use for the like our research areas, means where we will give the input and we want the output without having any delay. So RTOS is designed to handle real life scenarios and problems such as operating system. Such operating system have capability to prioritize, means it will give the priority. The process means it will provide the priority, means which is most essential, means it is required to do. Firstly it is needed, so priority wise the process minimize execution time and work independently with no interdependencies, means it will be not depend on the any others. It will independently, it will work. Real time operating system is used when time span required to react and input rigid and time bound. Even microsecond of delay will cause the system to fail. Means at a time, even it will not delay for the microsecond even. Okay, so like in like air traffic control, robots, weapon system, and industrial control system. So there microsecond means there will be the there means there should not be delay for the microsecond even, means real time, just you just say yes, then it should have the work, means real timely, means like liably it should be done. Okay, so there are again two types of operating system: hard real time system and next one soft time real system. Okay, so what are these systems guarantee that critical tasks are completed in time. So which is most essential critical type of task which should be completed on in time. And what is soft real time system? These system are less restrictive. Examples like undersea exploration, planetary rovers, and virtual realities. So here like there can be delay possible for some seconds, so no problem. So this type of categories come under the soft real time system, and where delay means there is no any chance of delay, so that come under hard real time system. There is delay but not very much delay, means for the micro, means if you priority wise you will do, so here it will be get the first priority in the hard real time system. Okay, now next is distributed system. It is type of like this one computer you have, and that or different computers sharing your data. Okay, that is called the distributed operating system. This type of system run on set of computers that are located different geographical areas interconnected by networks. So many computers are there. Okay, and all these computers are connected with each other. Okay, it controls the interconnected system and make them appear as single computer. Okay, means all will connected and they will look like a single. It allows all linked machine to access data and software, and the process takes over the common network from different computer irrespective of their location and glue, means wherever it is not matter. Okay, across the world anywhere it is, but it is connected by the net, and they are distributing, means they are sharing their resources, which is called the distributed operating system. Understood? Now next, types of interface. What is the use of this interface or the user interface? Interface means it facilitates the user with to interact with the computer. Means if you are using the computer, so as it will be graphical or as attractive that you can use it easily, means user friendly should be. Okay, so like a types of user interface, the first type of user interface, it was called CUI, character user interface. First of type of user interface, it was called CUI, means character user interface, means there where we are interacting with this computer with the commands. Okay, that's why it is also called command line interface. CLI, command line interface, means in this type of operating like Unix, docs, there where by the help of command you can, suppose you want to delete, you have to use the command clear, clear. You have to open something, you have to use the command open command. So likewise you have to do with the command only, you have to write for all the time. Okay, so this type of this type of interface was called CUI. This interface requires user type command in order to interact with the computer. Means most of anything you have to do, close, you have to use the close command, delete delete command you have to use. Means likewise it was there in the CUI. Okay, then after it comes GUI, graphical user interface, which we are using. Okay, means here it was graphical based interactive nature. Different devices such as mouse, keyboard, etc. are used interact with the system. GUI is more user friendly and like to CUI. Okay, so here is some graphics are like start button, close, minimize, everything is there, icons is there. Simply you click on the my computer, recycle bin. So it is quite easy and it is user friendly. Okay, Windows is the most popular GUI operating system. Okay, now next advantage and disadvantage of the GUI and CUI that we will see here. CUI and GUI, graphical user interface and character user interface. GUI interface is much attractive and appealing, and it is it's appealing, and it is quite less attractive. CUI. GUI is easier to learn, and it is quite like a text based, so it is quite hard to learn. So you have to memorize so many commands, but here no need to memorize the commands, simply you have to use the icons. Okay, like some more are there, some more you can see. GUI supports the use of both mouse and keyboard to the control and navigate through your system. GUI supports keyboard only. Here you can support keyboard and mouse, but here in the CUI only supports the keyboard. Okay, in GUI multiple tasks can run simultaneously, but here only one task is executed at a particular point of time. Here only one task can be performed, here more than one can be performed. So these are the advantages. You can just read all this. Next we have, that is disadvantages. So there is advantage, so there will be also disadvantages. So GUI requires more system resource to load the various graphical elements such as icons and fonts, etc. GUI less resource, means it required less memory, less resources, because there is no any icons and all that. GUI is still a bit slower than CUI, means GUI is slower than CUI. Okay, it uses both mouse and keyboard to navigate the control. GUI is only a keyboard for navigation and operation, often resulting faster performance, and this GUI is faster than GUI. Okay, GUI occupies much large amount hard disk, because it is using the graphics, images are there, icons are there, so it will take the more memory. GUI takes up smaller hard disk space. GUI requires more RAM to run. A character interface does not need much RAM, so it will take the less RAM. Next, last disadvantages. GUI based operating system are more expensive, as user have to pay the license fee. Here GUI based operating system are less expensive. So these are the disadvantages. So you can write in your copy, and once you go through it, this chapter, read out. Okay, and these are the some recaps. Okay.